Our trip to Italy, we've planned it for the last 2 years. Not only did it meet our expectations, it exceeded our expectations. Everything has been very well prepared for us, and we've had Gate1 take over, and it's been perfect.
This trip has been fabulous. We just are in awe after the day is complete, and it's like, wow, it was another Mamma Mia day.
I have enjoyed it immensely. We went from the north to the south, saw Roman ruins and saw spectacular piazzas and palaces, and saw oceans and vineyards and mountain lakes and the Alps. Yeah, it was great.
I can't believe there'd be a better tour. I mean, I wanted to, taste all kinds of different Italian things, and the farmhouse, the music and dancing, and the winery and the lunch, the gondola ride, just a million high points that I never dreamed we'd get to do or get to experience.
There are no words to describe how meaningful and special this trip has been. It has been a dream come true.
Benvenuti in Italia. Welcome to Italy with our heart.
First of all, Italy is just beautiful. Everyone has to have that on their bucket list, and I've loved it. It's been romantic and exciting, and I've enjoyed every city.
Italy is a place where you definitely combine incredible heritage of art and history, great food and wines, and settings which may remain for a very long time in your memories.
Our 14-day Romantic Italy gives you an overview of most important cities of Italy, and also gives you some of the tastes of lesser-known cities in Italy. We start with in the north with Como.
Going to Lake Como first was really a great idea. You can see it on television, but seeing it in person just takes your breath away.
From there we visit Milan, which is of course internationally renowned for many reasons, and the Duomo is an incredible Gothic structure. Very proud to always be able to offer a visit to the Last Supper, which very few people ever get to do.
On our way to Venice, which is a magical city unlike any other, a city built on water, built on islands, and which romantic aspects are simply overwhelming.
I guess I was surprised how much I liked Venice. I loved it, and I thought the gondola ride with the music going, you just have to pinch yourself to tell yourself that it's really happening. It really is.
Florence, the city of Renaissance. There's so much to do because we have the Academy of Fine Arts with famous David. We have the Open Air Art Museum of Piazza della Signoria. We have the Piazza Santa Croce. We have the possibility to go and see the Uffizi Museum.
I had not been to Assisi before, and I find that the small towns just really charming. I just really enjoyed them.
Rome, every corner that we turned was historical and picturesque. We just were afraid of running out of space on our card, on our camera, just taking so many pictures.
The Trevi Fountain was one thing that I've always wanted to do. I was able to toss my coin in and make a wish. And I also really was impressed with the Colosseum. And I appreciated the historical explanation.
St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, that was hard to describe. It's so beautiful.
One of the reasons why I wanted to come to Italy in the first place was because of the artwork. When we went to see the Sistine Chapel, I stared at it for like 20 minutes. It was just wonderful.
You know, the trip to Pompeii was one of the things that was much more interesting and had way more artifacts than I had anticipated.
We will have the opportunity eventually to go and to sail to the beautiful island of Capri, of course considered the gem of the Mediterranean Sea.
Ideally, a tour of Italy can be concluded with a panoramic, thrilling drive through the Blue Ribbon Road to reach Amalfi. Unforgettable.
This country has so much to offer that an escorted tour of Italy with Gate1 Travel is a very efficient way of finding the highlights of the country.
Frankly, it's the only way I feel that I could have seen and done as much as I did, and still feel, after almost 2 weeks, looking forward to additional adventures.
We are not wasting time in lines at the museum, for example, because we have a reservation, we go right inside. So at the end, people are impressed by the fact that we really did a lot in a very short time.
I had considered trying to come to Italy on my own with my daughter. I thought the language barrier was going to be a problem, dragging around my luggage. That's when I decided to book a tour. And Gate1 turned out to be the absolute best itinerary I found.
I can't imagine us trying to rent a car and park it in Rome. I can't even imagine trying to drive in most of these cities on my own. It's a whole different world with traffic, so no, we couldn't have done this without this escorted tour.
One thing I wanted to get out of this trip was a lot of knowledge, and that's one reason that we decided to do a tour, is because I might manage to get to some places, but I wouldn't know what I was looking at. Never could have gotten that much information.
One thing you could do is turn the volume up or down to your own preference, which is nice, because you could stay in a group, but we could kind of, move our own individual ways.
Bonnie's been incredibly good. We've taken a lot of tours. I would rate him as the best of the tour managers that we've had.
He is fantastic. He's animated, he loves what he's doing, and it makes it being here so much more valuable.
I'm concerned about getting on a scale when I get home because the food has been so good. It really has. We enjoy Italian food anyway, but this was outstanding.
Food in Italy is one of the highlights, and in our tour it is one of the highlights. Everywhere we go, we will have something to offer which is really local and authentic.
And the wine has been phenomenal, especially with the company and the friends that we met along the way. We're enjoying this trip, eating our way through Italy.
The lunch in Tuscany, when we had the hosted luncheon, was more fun than anything else that we've done.
And the food was great, and the wine was great, and the whole atmosphere was good.
And we also take you to a fine country restaurant.
The entertainment they provide along with the dinners has just been a lot of fun.
I was up there as a participant in one of the operas and dancing and singing, and it was just a fun evening, something that you wouldn't, as a tourist, be able to find.
The hotel choices they give us was amazing. Like when we first got to Como, I opened up the window just to take pictures of the lake, and then being on Venice right by the Grand Canal, and Florence where we were, it was just a short distance, and I'm at places that I've always wanted to go see.
Sorrento, you're looking out over the water, your views are gorgeous, it's almost surreal. When you're in Rome, we were truly 1 block from the Colosseum, and in my own mind I thought, if you got that great a location, then maybe you're giving something up in the quality of the hotel. Definitely not. They all, I thought, were great.
Without booking through the buying power of Gate1, we would not have been able to afford to stay in the types of places that we've stayed.
And I just absolutely love that both times that I've been with Gate1, we've had real diverse travelers with us. We've had honeymooners, we've had people celebrating their 25th anniversary, families traveling together, just a little bit of everything.
It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, and we've made some good friends that we're going to see again.
I probably have shopped everywhere we've been and tried to get kind of something local that will keep this trip a real memory for years to come.
They have some beautiful, beautiful crafts. The glass, the leather, the jewelry, it's all been just fantastic.
I compared all the major companies, and I felt that we indeed got the greatest value from Gate1. It's been a complete package for me.
You know, when I speak to my friends, I won't have enough hours in the day to share these experiences with them and then show them my pictures and tell them all about the great people I met. And I'm thinking about the next time I want to take Gate1.
They're good at what they do. They know the country. We got a lot of bang for our buck. I think we did some things that other people don't see. I feel very confident in recommending Gate1.
Gate1 is #1. I'm going to use them again.
Sometimes it's also very difficult to say goodbye. But you know, we always say come back with your friends, come back with your family, and many people do. Even because one time in Italy, it's not enough.
You know that we will be here, we'll be waiting for you, we'll have open arms, we'll have open hearts. Grazie e benvenuti.